is earlier. So very important. So with this, I'm going to ask you one more question. It's a bonus question. Imagine if you are speaking to yourself the day when you graduated from first degree, yeah, would you still want to do the career path that you had at when you were graduated? Oh. Big question to Mr. Kalani.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, because in my journey, one thing I realized, you need to be only your career, not let other people, your boss decide. So, so the thing is, yes, what I did is I make sure that yes, I move myself to the company I started plus conductors. I and then move to different so if you plan your career, you can do all this rather than at the end you say that you know I had a very regretful career.
Interesting. So, Dr. Fatana, since you are quite close with students, 4 years, the same batch, you are seeing them almost every other working day, yeah? What type of misconceptions you think students have in their head while they are still the students? We are around four things, yeah? Remember, I again, industry, academia, entrepreneurship, and research. Okay, so here I got another interesting point, communication skills. And Dr. Fatana also mentioned that not break the things in the lab, yeah. So with this, I am coming to Mr. Kalai again on this question. You mentioned that you have to give engineers training for like about 1 year. I think, we should just increase or to I mean, this is all but going to you to give your opinion. And, right now, the internship duration is 6 months. What if this duration is increased? It is made like more like an industrial hands-on program, something like this, where they during the degree they go they practically they practice some of the things in industry as an intern.
Yeah, in fact, that is one of the recommendations we keep on giving. That, the, it could be at least normal. some university are really creative. They are able to do 2 semesters and have 8 months internship. And if you look into their students, are very sought after. It's a university which have 8 months of internship. And in fact, those with 6 months internship, sought after. So, and one more thing is like, I also consider our electronic industry, manufacturing industry, is taking so, in other countries, on their second degree, they have a big course they go for 3 months to 6 months, and they pay to go for these courses and to get uh, experience on the industry, methodology, design methodology, tools, and all that before they go out for work. But here, even the government gets money, they get paid, but not many people want to come for that. There are a lot of officer training, I think in SIDAC and all that, it's like they're giving for to train up engineers, but they feel that get the job still people go away.
Not get it wrong. It means there are opportunities. But what is lacking is adaptability now. Yes, they are not adopting the reality, what they are going to face in the industry, but they are looking for fast.
Okay, let me give you an example. Are we considered electronic engineers a professional? Um, okay, let's say yes. Okay, look into other jobs, which are professionals, doctor, accountant, lawyer. So in the initial first 3 years to 5 years, what type of job they what type of salary they get? Very, very low. They go and work in a firm where their salary is not that high, but they learn to uh, under a professional before they become themselves, and then they go out with team with players. They just carry the senior back here, go there. The 2 years to 3 years outpatient, where they know many doctors who are the initial is a very electronic engineer in Malaysia. They have not learned that much. You know what? They go.
This is very interesting.
So the thing is, so the thing is, they appreciate engineering students to understand these 10 years, go base when salary is not a big thing. Once you achieve, you go to that 10 years, you become who has
Answer my next incoming question because it was in my mind that I'm going to ask him. But I'm going to question differently. That as you mentioned, doctors, lawyers, and all that, success means different to everyone. Some people they are choosing different path just because of the reason they have different priorities. Okay, for example, someone looking for salary, looking for position, someone want to be an influencer, or someone want to do innovation, or maybe something totally different. I think this is quite linked with what you have been just explaining. So if I put this question differently with Dr. Farhana, first of all, uh, 20 years from now, when you live more longer. But I'm just asking this 20 years from now, how would you hope that a young engineer should be measured based on salary, position, influence, innovation, or something else? How their success should be?
So, like initially we saw the but also digitalization. I believe that ensure the interest that has been produced by the engineers. If you are good in commercializing the product or perhaps that valuable or something that you contribute to the community through your observation, your vision, right? So, perhaps the measure.
How about you? What do you think 20 years from now? How you want to see the engineer should be measuring themselves, the success factor?
Yeah, I would say it's the same as you, which is I agree with the impact balance of one qualifier, the positive impact to community. There are a lot of people who have impact to communities, who is not always positive. So as mentioned here, sometimes this is one of the basic ethics, community work is important. As mentioned here, you will be put in a position where you have to make decisions on technology, use technology, and the way the code. And that's why they into the POs, you have sustainability design for ethical considerations, right? When you come out, always look at how we will have impact to community, even if affected sometimes. So the ability you are measured by the success, by your measured by the success, by positive impact to humans and community.
So if I, since we are moving to the end of our discussion, so I want to bring you some conclusion. In one sentence, just one sentence that Mr. Kalai want to say in 30 seconds. Yeah, so this question will be coming to all three of you. So 30 seconds, one sentence that you want to say to the young professionals, engineers, what they can remember, what they can improve. 30 seconds.
Uh, the important thing is you need to feel good about being an engineer and also the contribution to yourself and also to the people around.
Thank you. That was in seconds. So, Dr. G, go on.
I would say be trying to inspiration to the next generation. You may think that the next generation are, but your job is to make sure you grow your career in a way that you become inspiration to the next generation.
Dr. Farhana.
Do the thing that most be like, and I think that if the benefits of it, you do the research for the industry and for the company.
So, if I summarize in few words, I can say leave a legacy behind, do something that leave an impact. So, we have here many valuable insights from our panelists. Now, I want to hear from our audience. Okay, so I have now the chance to ask them any final question. Okay, but before that, raise your hand. I will give you a chance to introduce yourself in 20 seconds and keep your question concise and precise so that we can accommodate as many questions as possible. So the floor is yours now, audience. Okay, I got a signal from the secretariat that they have tips. The person who will ask the question, there is nothing right or wrong. Question is question. So we want to break the ice. Yes, gentlemen. So how many can you make it a little bit louder and mention your name, where are you coming from?
So my question is, Yasmin, can decide whether the students fee is real or not?
Okay, so maybe Mr. Kalai.
Yeah, most of the time, we will like to see the students, uh, they have a track, and very easy is the academic results show whether they have that track and participate. But of course, like for us, like how comfortable we do it, we have technical evaluation. We don't just base on academic results. We get them to do a technical evaluation for the fundamental questions, fundamentals, work studies you have done. So it will be based on that, and we have a threshold, like if 80% and more, go for the interview. And the interview, what we will do is we will